Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Froststein here. For today's read aloud, we're going to read the story One Watermelon Seed by Celia Barker Lottridge. And this story is about a simple counting book, and we are counting from the numbers 1 to 10 as the garden is planted and by tens as the garden is harvested. So listen along and count with me. Max and Josephine planted a garden. They planted 1 watermelon seed, and it grew. They planted 2 pumpkin seeds, and they grew. Max planted 3 eggplants, and they grew. Josephine planted 4 pepper seeds. Then she planted 5 tomato plants, and Max planted 6 blueberry bushes and 7 strawberry plants, and Josephine planted 8 bean seeds, and they all grew, and 9 seed potatoes, and then they planted 10 corn seeds. So let's count to 10 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The rain fell and the sun shone. The seeds and the leaves, the stalks and the vines grew and grew and grew. Max and Josephine weeded and watered and waited. One day they looked at their garden and saw there was plenty to pick. So they picked 10 watermelons, big and green, and 20 pumpkins, glowing orange. Max picked 30 eggplants, dark and purple, and 40 peppers, shiny yellow. They both picked 50 tomatoes, plump and juicy, and 60 blueberries, small and round. Josephine picked 70 strawberries, sweet and red. Max picked 80 string beans, thin and crisp. Josephine dug 90 potatoes, knobby and brown, and they picked 100 ears of corn. Let's count by tens up to 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. It was not ordinary corn. Max and Josephine saved it for the cold winter nights when the garden was covered with snow. Then they turned it into 100s and 1000s of big, white, crunchy puffs because that corn was popcorn. Let's see what we saw inside the garden. So we saw watermelon, eggplant, tomatoes, beans, strawberries, pumpkins, peppers, blueberries, potato, and corn. What kind of insects or creatures do you see in the garden? We could see types of birds like hummingbirds and robins, and then we see insects like flies and ladybugs and dragonflies and butterflies and bees, and then we see other animals like caterpillars and mouse and snails and ants and earthworms. So you can see lots of different animals and creatures and insects in the garden.